mom in this case. And Timothy, if you could represent American Airlines. Let's dive into it. The mother saying she had to purchase the airline's unaccompanied minor chaperone services for $150, which according to the website states, quote, "We'll call the contacts on the unaccompanied minor form and arrange an alternate flight if your child is unable to make a connecting flight due to delays or cancellations. In the rare case that your child needs to stay overnight because of a missed connection, we'll arrange for overnight accommodations, meals, and supervision. We'll call if this occurs." And Dwane, she says that didn't happen. How does this play into the case?
It's breach of contract, plain and simple. I mean, she purchased a service and they promised to do certain things as a part of that service, and they failed horribly. And not only did they fail horribly, they did it with somebody's children, which is, I mean, if it, like you said, if it was a suitcase they promised to do something with and they failed, that's one thing. But when you fail to take care of somebody's children like you promised and to inform them, that's horrible. And she's got a case.
Well, Timothy, American Airlines has responded with a statement saying, quote, "The safety and comfort of our customers, including unaccompanied minors in our care, are our highest priorities, and we're committed to providing a positive experience to everyone who travels with us. We have been in touch with Ms. Vinsel directly, and we are reviewing the details of the lawsuit." So what would be the defense here possibly, Timothy?
I think the defense here is much of, and by the way, thank you for having me on this morning. The defense here is the unknown. Why did these two young boys, 14 and 12, a very adventurous age, by the way, as a father and grandparent, I know, why was this prolonged period of absence? Did the parents contribute what is called contributory negligence by not having a direct line of communication? There's what's called disposable phones or burner phones, as you hear them called on drama and crime shows, which would enable the young boys to have direct contact with their family. And finally, and I know that this is pulling at the heartstrings of the public, and I would also be enraged, but what's going on in that family? What contributed to the prolonged period of time that these boys either chose to and or the parents did not have access to them? These facts need to be clearly examined before we allow the court of public opinion to immediately indict American Airlines.
Okay, the lawsuit goes on to say this. Again, we haven't seen the other side quite necessarily, but the woman says that a worker at Charlotte Airport, unaffiliated with American Airlines, ended up tracking down her kids in a, quote, lost children's room. Dwane, could this be a possible witness here? How does this play into the case?
Would be a great witness. Apparently, she tried calling American Airlines and couldn't get through. And I don't know if you've tried calling an airline lately, but you can be on hold for a couple hours. And she finally got a hold of somebody at the airport who tracked the kids down. And I've never heard of a lost child room before, but apparently that's where they were. And she will be a great witness. And again, the kid's not having a burner phone or anything. She purchased a service where they promised to call immediately if anything went wrong, and they just simply didn't do that.
Let's bring in Deneen Borelli to play judge and jury for us on this. I gotta say the same thing. I heard a lost luggage room. I had to go there several times. I hadn't seen no lost kid room. But, apparently this exists. Deneen, your thoughts? Where do you come down on this one?
Yeah, well, I've been traveling for a long time, and I still get a headache just thinking about having to go to the airport. Will the flight be on time? Will I miss the flight or whatever? And look, the mother purchased security for her children. She paid $150, I believe. First of all, I wouldn't put my underage child on a flight to anywhere alone, but that's just me. But having said that, the airline said that they would, with the purchase of protecting the kids and making sure they got from A to B, they failed. They failed on knowing where they were, and they failed the parents because they were not informed in a timely manner. So I side with Dwane on this. I don't fault the kids. I don't fault the parents necessarily because she paid for the extra fees to make sure the kids got to where they needed to go.
It's a scary situation. Either way, traveling can be a nightmare these days. That's a whole new element. We appreciate everyone weighing in today. Dwane, Deneen, and Timothy. With that, National Report Court is adjourned. All right, take care, everyone, and travel safely. As we head to break, we are